So at the social shakeup here in Atlanta, I've been really inspired by the people who've come here to learn and also share their experiences. And in our discussion today, I reviewed some of my experience with better understanding how social media actually applies to a greater movement in business, where we actually can become change agents, and not just how we market, but how our business does business. So to me, the idea of social, the idea of marketing, these are just tactics that we can use to actually improve what it is we do. But when you really think about it, what we really hammered home today was this idea that as a change agent, marketing becomes a way of business, social becomes a philosophy of business, and the outcome is improving customer experiences, employee experiences, and relationships as a result. To do that, though, takes almost this idea of reverse engineering. What is the value that you have? What is your vision for improving those relationships and experiences? And how do you work backwards from there? And then you realize that social as a directive or as a strategy is just part of a bigger picture. Your real opportunity is how you can bring about transformation from the inside out to make your business more meaningful, more relevant in a time and in an economy where people are putting themselves at the center of their own universe because of the technology that they use, because of the networks that they're creating around themselves. How they use those networks and those apps to make decisions or to influence decisions. It changes us from marketing at audiences to engaging with an audience that has an audience of its own. What we really walked away with today was this idea that to really engage is going to take us being the people that we're trying to reach and acting like it. Because for some reason, when we show up to work, we forget that we are that person, and we put the marketing hat on or the sales hat on, and we forget that in order to make a true connection, it starts with being a human being. I'm often asked what advice I have for social media professionals. The advice that I can give you is to stop talking about social media. It is not the thing of what you should lead any conversation with when you are involved with executives, because they don't get it, they don't use it, and a lot of them actually believe that it's a fad. It's like starting a conversation about email or text messaging. These are just facets or conduits to get a story out or as a way to communicate or connect. The best advice I have is to start looking at the business objectives and the priorities or the challenges that they have or the market conditions, and use that as a way to inspire a higher level of thinking, a higher level of strategy, so that you can then use social and mobile and digital overall to bring that to life. But it can't start with social first. You actually have to speak the language of the C-suite, and you got to remember, they talk to shareholders, stakeholders, they live in matrices and spreadsheets, and they make decisions based on PowerPoint charts. So understand, be empathetic to them, be empathetic to your customers and employees, and understand how you bring those worlds together, and think of social as the conduit for a greater vision that you have to improve business from the inside and the outside.